Okay, so when you're actually determining if there's a curve in it, a bend in it, what I use is two yardsticks. You can use smaller ones, but they have to be straight, whatever they are. There's machinist straight edges too. So at the top of this saw, you can see, maybe you can't right now, but essentially both these yardsticks are laying right alongside the saw blade, and there's no light showing between them. But as I slide down on the saw, you can see that this one actually rotates a little bit because there's a high point in the middle there. And this one is bridged out, and there's almost a 1/4 inch gap between it and the saw. So what I do is I start where they're straight, and then I watch that start to bridge out. And where it starts to bridge out is the beginning of the curve. So I'll take a marker, and I usually put it on the high side of the curve, and I just put a mark there at the beginning of that curve. And then I come to the bottom. So I still got a big gap. As I bring it down, as I get toward the bottom, it's pretty much straight again down here. So I'll put another mark at this point on the saw. And then the marks I put are on the top of the curve. They're not on the bottom. So that way I know I pound on that side of the saw to straighten it out. So then we'll go over and work on straightening it. I'll demo that. So the idea with straightening it is you want to hit the saw on the top of the curve. So you're hitting it here and bending it down again. And you want to hit it between these two marks because this part's already straight. So you just need to be hitting in here. And there's a pattern that you use in about every 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch apart. And I kind of go to the middle of that, or sometimes I'll start on one side and go to the other. But you want to hit a grid pattern all the way across repeatedly, and then test it again to see if you straighten it out a little bit. If not, you hit it a little bit harder in the same pattern, but you're always using that same pattern and you're working between your marks. So, and the other thing about it is I use this hammer, and the face is just slightly curved and rounded. And the idea is that you don't want to be hitting with the edge of your hammer because you'll make a dent in it. But if you're hitting with a slightly rounded face like this, it tends to bend it. And I also put it on a soft piece of wood, so there's a little give right there. It tends to bend it just a little bit more each time. So essentially, I'll be working here and just like so, and then move over a little bit and come back. And just do that whole grid pattern through that area, and then test it. And if you need to, do it again.